A lot of what people do today is spread awareness, which is why nothing ever changes for the better. There is still a need to educate folks about the illegitimacy of government and how voting for political parasites is at the root of societal problems, but that messaging hardly ever reaches the people who actually need to hear it. For example, leftists, socialists, liberals, even conservatives. Anybody who votes, anybody who believes in the authority of a ruling class, a disease known as statism. Now, the people who do get it, and there's only a few of them out there besides myself, I'll throw one other name out there who you might have heard of, Larken Rose. We, the people who do know what actual freedom is, need to unite and start taking action, which means to put your time and energy into building a network of like-minded people who want the same things as each other while being completely outside the confines and having nothing to do with government. I know that most people don't have it in them to do this because the idea sounds foreign, because it's not what is taught to us in school or in the real world. Today's media encourages us to do what? Continue to listen to their propaganda that they put out. Listen to podcasts, read books, support Patreons, get out there and vote, because your vote matters. Sign petitions, peacefully protest. In other words, they encourage us to do things that accomplish nothing. And this is why humanity has taken 10 steps backward since the 1990s. The advancement of technology and social media has done that to us. Now, we know that most people on this planet just want to live out their lives doing their 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. jobs, take care of their families, save up for retirement, and in between, when it comes time, vote for leaders, political parasites to make the decisions on how society should be run. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but just know that if that's what the majority of us want, then nothing is ever going to change for the better. Inflation, taxes, sky-high prices, crime, and endless wars. It's just going to continue to get worse like it has, because the government controls all of that. No country is free if it is run by a government. There is no such thing as freedom if you have government. The concept doesn't make sense. Regarding the amount of people who throw their money away on things such as Patreons, GoFundMes, donations to universities, and charities, can you imagine if just 8% of the 330 million people who live in the United States instead put that same money into the same pot and then use it to build a parallel society in which we are the ones who benefit, not the government, and we decide how we're going to live out our lives, because we would have enough funds to do that, because we are all doing it together at the same time. Can you imagine how much happier and better off society would be? We would all flourish. If we are serious about becoming free, then we need to join up with our fellow human beings to make it work. I'm already doing it in the field of air travel. I'm building a network of people who want to fly freely and unimpeded without having to go to the airports and deal with all of the abuse, harassment, and human rights violations that today's airport experience brings. I started locally with a group of people around me, and now I'm opening it up on a national scale. We could also use a system like that in healthcare, which is probably more important on a mass scale than a field of industry in air travel like that, because more people rely on healthcare than air travel. And I talked more about that a few videos back. As more and more citizens continue to wake up to the reality that government is illegitimate and only exists to control the population through taxation and fear, us being aware of that isn't going to solve the problem on its own. We need to go on to step number 2, which is to take action, not to spread awareness. We need to unite and form a voluntarist society, and it can be done if we come together over a shared vision and execute a plan. This can unite all of us: Christians, Muslims, secularists, humanists, Buddhists, Satanists, or free thinkers like me. We are called to unite and work together to make things better because it's in our best interest to do that, not to rely on the government to fix things for us. It never has fixed anything for us in the past, and it never will. Anyway, that's my inspiring Christmas message for today. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.